What's up, everyone? It's Grimm once again, Joshua D. Maley, with night 4 of 31 Nights, 31 Frights. Every night in October, I'll be watching a horror or Halloween-themed movie and offer up a quick, mostly spoiler-free look at it for you to see if it's worth adding to your own Halloween viewing lineup. Tonight, we're looking at the Autopsy of Jane Doe, directed by Andre Overdahl, from a script by Ian B. Goldberg and Richard Nang. The film was released on December 21st, 2016, is rated R, and clocks in at 1 hour 26 minutes. It stars Brian Cox, Emil Hirsch, Ophelia Lovibond, and also features Olwen Kelly as the beautiful and mysterious Jane Doe. So let's jump right in here. The film opens at the scene of a grisly murder where it appears an entire family has been killed by each other. The corpse of a woman is found half buried in their basement. Enter town coroner Tommy Tilden and his son Austin. This father-son duo are in the business of bodies, and they seem to work pretty well together. Tommy is instructive, Austin is attentive, but he seems less than thrilled with remaining behind. Soon we see why as his girlfriend Emma shows up. Austin is ready to leave for the night, but when the sheriff arrives with the mysterious corpse from the first scene, he decides to stick around and help his dad take care of this one last autopsy, asking his girlfriend Emma to meet him back there later. Here's where it gets crazy. Tommy and Austin begin their very systematic approach to the autopsy, and at every single turn, nothing adds up. The body appears recently deceased, yet the eyes are fogged over as if she's been dead for days. Her wrist and ankle bones are shattered, yet there's no outward signs of injury. Her internal organs show severe signs of trauma, despite the fact that outwardly the body is intact and unharmed, except that it's dead. It only gets crazier from here as the father and son find hidden symbols in various places on and inside the body of this mysterious woman. As the night wears on, strange things begin to happen. A storm is approaching, power fails, the 3 corpses in the freezers mysteriously disappear. It becomes very obvious that there's more to this girl, and the further they dig, the more out of control everything gets, culminating in a heart-stopping climax and a gut-wrenching ending. The slow-burning tension of this film is executed masterfully. The world and the lives of Tommy and Austin are all set up deftly within the first few scenes, and the wonderfully creepy atmosphere is intoxicating. There is, of course, something inherently creepy about working in a coroner's office anyway, and this film capitalizes on that beautifully. There's a scene where Austin shows Emma some of the dead bodies that are already in the drawers in the freezer, and the scene will raise the hair on your neck. It's also a very effective setup for some of the film's most horrifying scares later on. Director Andre Overdahl opts for heard, not seen, when it comes to the biggest scares, and he executes those moments with incredible precision. There's a moment involving one of those corpses later in the film that had me crawling out of my skin with anticipation, and what little we do see is more than enough to scare. Yet throughout the scares, the human element is never lost. Tommy and Austin share so many wonderful moments, fond reminiscences of their wife and mother, moments of exasperation that are intrinsic to working with family, and there is an absolutely heartbreaking moment as things start to get crazy involving the family pet that is just devastating. Seriously, tears. The conclusion of the film is most likely one that you'll see coming, but a lot of the tension comes from not wanting to get there. There's this sense of inevitability that we're marching towards that is just as cold and methodical as Tommy's approach to dissecting his corpses. Is this one worth seeing? Without a doubt. This is one of those rare films that does almost everything exactly right, and you can feel it in the warp and woof of it. The direction, the acting, the cinematography, the music is all superb. The mystery of who Jane Doe was is absolutely thrilling. Every step along this journey brings new tension and new questions that build effectively throughout the film. The Autopsy of Jane Doe is one of the best, most effective horror films I've seen in the past 20 years. It succeeds at telling a very human story about people you can care about and relate to who are caught up in extraordinary circumstances that test them in every possible way. There's no cannon fodder here, no stereotypes, just rich, complex characters who must navigate their terrifying circumstances. And the best part? This film is full of actual, legitimate, scary moments. This film gets my absolute highest recommendation. Watch it right now. You won't regret a second of it. That's it for tonight's episode. Tune in tomorrow for another quick look at more spooky cinema, and be sure to check out our other offerings here at Grimm's Scary Tales.